What's up guys, Pokélando here, and today we'll be opening up some more Mega Evolution Phantasmal Flames, but of course, we'll be versing it against the OG, not really OG, but the Scarlet and Violet version, Obsidian Flames. Let's see who pulls out victorious, and of course we'll look over the cards and let's see why these are called Charizard sets, because they are Charizard sets. But anyways, let's start ripping. And well, here is the new Phantasmal Flames. Basically Obsidian Flames 2.0, but I will say the SAR is just a lot nicer and one of the best Charizard cards ever made. But it is Mega X Charizard, and of course here is Obsidian Flames. There it is, a goodie, not too old. About when did Obsidian Flames come out? I think summer of 2023, I think. So it's about 2 years now. And here is Phantasmal Flames. 2 years, yeah, two years, somewhere around there. I'll put the dates on screen. But yeah, pretty much the exact same. Of course, I do think this set might be a little bit better, just because that Charizard SAR is just a lot nicer than the one Obsidian Flames. Though I will say the Obsidian Flames one is very underrated. I think it's a very solid card, but I know people didn't really like the crown when it first came out, and still to this day. Now I will say, the bulb on the Tyranitar is horrible, but everything else, the crown, the normal crowns are fine. But anyways, yeah, Phantasmal Flames versus Obsidian Flames, and of course we'll look over the card list and everything. But yeah, let's start off with the new and the greatest, not Obsidian Flames, Phantasmal Flames. Like I said, basically just Obsidian Flames 2.0. If you really look at it, it's really just 1 to 2 cards in here that are a big chase for most people, and it's just Charizard. Now even that gold card is a huge chase, so I will say that Dawn SAR is fantastic. So I'm happy that they put a really good trainer card instead of like in a City of Flames. Well, like I said, we'll look over the card list in a bit, but yeah, here just simple booster bundle, 6 packs, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and these packs are really loose, so there it is. And yeah, here is the Obsidian Flames booster bundle. I believe this booster bundle is quite expensive now, so this is kind of rough to open. I will say, opening up some older product always kind of hurts, even though this used to be cheap, bro. This booster bundle used to be like what, $15? I don't know. It used to be so cheap back in the day. Now they're like I said, I'll put it on screen however much it is now. Obsidian Flames, there it is. 1 2 3 4 5 6, and yeah, let's look at the pack arts. Reverum and Gengar, Mega Gengar. I mean, yeah, we already know which one's better. It's just Mega Gengar. Mega Charizard or Dragonite. Now I do like Dragonite more than Charizard, but the Terra version over Mega X, nah, that Charizard is a little bit nicer. And Mega Heracross or Tyranitar. I love Tyranitar, my favorite Pokemons, but that bulb, if you've ever seen the full art from the Tyranitar in this set, it's just, oh my god, it's so bad. Mega Heracross is sick, and Lopunny, oh, and Charizard. Yeah, I mean, of course, Lopunny looks kind of goo. But anyways, those are the packs, 6 of each. I wish I had more. I do have more of Mega, but I don't have enough. I would have to open up either ETBs or booster boxes of Obsidian Flames, and those are quite expensive, so I don't think I'll do that. But anyways, let's start ripping. Let's start off with the new Phantasmal Flames. We'll go one back to back. Come on, we've pulled some big hitter cards already. We are rolling on this set, but like I said, the set list is quite small, similar to Obsidian Flames, so these prices will drop quite a bit, right? I believe so. These cards should drop a lot after day 1, except for maybe, like I said, maybe the Charizard SAR and gold card might stay high for a bit because they are the #1 chases, but after a while I believe those cards will drop as well. But first pack of Mega, nothing. And going back to Obsidian Flames, I know it's crazy to say going back to a Scarlet and Violet set, but it is older now. It is older, you know. I remember opening up Obsidian Flames and you know, going back to opening up like Evolving Skies at the time was not too old, but now it's crazy how time flies. But Barboach Wiglet, Squovet, Salazzle, Lycanroc, Probopass, Rock, different reverses right there, Lycanroc again, and starting off with Claydol. Pretty nice holo, sadly in both packs, starting off with nothing. Going back to Phantasmal Flames, but before we do that, let's look over the card list of these two sets. So here is the card list for Obsidian Flames and Phantasmal Flames. Of course, let's start off with the first set. Obsidian Flames, the one that came out in 2023, is where it gets good. And these three cards, the Gloom, the Ninetales, the Cleffa, are like some of my favorite illustrations from the Scarlet and Violet era. Pidgey's pretty nice. Yeah, pretty solid. Scizor, same thing, very solid. The rest of them are okay. Palafin's pretty cool. The rest of them are okay. Full arts, you know, same thing. You know, I do think the Mega Full Arts look cooler than the Terra Full Arts, but they're not terrible. I will say this Absol's pretty cool though. I have pulled that card in person. Some Trainer Full Arts, pretty mid in my opinion. And here is the SIRs. Ice Cube is okay, pretty cute. This Charizard was loved or hated when it came out, and still to this day loved or hated. Pretty nice though. I really like pulling this card. River is pretty cool, solid, but the Pidgey, in my opinion, is kind of a letdown. I'm not the biggest fan of that art style. I do really like the Pidgey arts. It's the same artist, but I really just like this one more than the other two. It's not terrible, of course. And then the two trainers, Poppy and Gita. I don't think Poppy should have gone an SIR. Gita is pretty good, but it's okay. And then of course the gold card, Charizard, and just a couple trainer gold cards. There it is. Yeah, not too hard to pull most of these cards. Went on to Phantasmal Flames. Pretty similar number and size to the set list. I think there's one more illustration rare in this set. This Dugong is sick. Piplup and the Meowth are, in my opinions, on par with those three top illustrationers with the Gloom, Ninetales, and Cleffa. Pretty freaking solid. Every other illustration rare is okay. I really do think the illustration rares in Obsidian Flames is just a tad bit better. Wigglytuff's pretty good. This Wooper's pretty cool. But yeah, I do really like those other illustrations more in Obsidian Flames. But where Phantasmal Flames takes lead is everything else. The full arts look cool. The Mega Charizard, the Megas full arts are just sick. I like how they look a lot more than the Terra, which this one is pretty. I just don't like Bulb Tyranitar. This Charizard's okay, but the Bulb Tyranitar is actually terrible in my opinion. And I also don't mind these full art trainer stadium cards. I think they're okay. Trainer supporters are pretty much similar. It's nothing crazy, but this is where it gets huge, and it's just the Charizard SIR. Yeah, I do think they're both good, but this card is insane. I mean, it just Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, and Mega Charizard X EX is just such a sick card. This card is one of the best Charizard cards ever made, and I think that's where Phantasmal Flames just takes lead, because both of these sets are just Charizard chase cards. Now, they're not as bad as Champion's Path or, you know, Darkness Ablaze, where it's literally just one card. At least there's some really nice illustration rares in both of these sets, but this card, come on, it's just a chase. And yeah, it's just so good, and I do think it is nicer than the Obsidian Flames one. But everything else is pretty much similar. You know, I really do think these sets are quite similar. If it was not for this card being this good, I would think they're just like on par. But just because of this, and also because of this Dawn, I do like this Dawn a lot more than, you know, the Gita, and especially that Poppy card. Poppy card's really poor in my opinion. This Dawn card's sick. And even the other the SIRs are, the Round's okay. Sharpedo's pretty cool, and the Lopunny's pretty good. And then of course the gold cards, they're pretty much the same thing. The only difference is that this takes 1,200 packs to pull, while this one was what, 60 40? I don't know. I pulled this. I pulled all the gold cards in this set, and I only opened up one booster box. It was so easy. So yeah, there's the two sets. All right. Well, you've seen the cards. Let me know which set you like more. I'm pretty sure most people will probably say Phantasmal. It is new. And like I said, I think the SAR just is better 100%. Like I said, I'm a fan of the Charizard and SAR from Obsidian Flames, but this one in the Phantasmal Flames really is just one of the best cards ever made. But low kicks, Dawn, already pulled that. Trapinch, Drillodon, such a sick card, and Vileplume, regular holo, beautiful, but sadly, we don't want holos, we want SIRs. But moving on, back to Obsidian Flames. Come on, baby, give us. But I don't think anything will ever top that double hit. I mean, another thing, Obsidian Flames has potentials for double bangers, which of course Phantasmal Flames doesn't. But like I said, nothing will ever top the double Charizard pack. I'll put that on screen right now. But let's see what it is. It looks maybe like Charizard. And it is the Charizard SIR. Oh, what a double banger. Oh my goodness. That is insane. But that was insane. Yeah, now pulling those two Charizards back to back was insane. But Tadbulb, Numel, Lapras, Mescurin. Oh, skipping the cards. Not a holo. Bouffalant, Capsakid, and I hate the Capsakids, and Toxicity regular holo. Both sets I realize have Toxicity in them. Whatever. Phantasmal Flames, come on. Striking out on both sets so far. Not doing too hot. Please don't fail me now. That would suck. I know we've gotten really lucky, but come on, we gotta get something from one of these booster bundles, man. Paldean Tauros, Palmy, Cresselia, beautiful, and Toxicity. There it is again, Toxicity, but sadly we are striking out. Hopefully this next half is just so much better, because this is so bad right now. Next pack, Obsidian Flames, can't even show you the cards. Like, there's nothing really to show. We haven't pulled anything. Come on, man. Palpitoad, Zigzagoon, Scyther, Meltan, whatever. Wugtrio, Probopass. Oh my god, Gita. That Gita illustration rare SIR was like $2. Same with the Poppy. So they were so cheap, bro. Obsidian Flames SIRs were so cheap. Except for the Charizard. Even then, that was like $40-50 a year ago. But Phantasmal Flames, come on. Gotta get something, bro. Last 3 packs in each set, so 6 packs in total left. Please. Darumaka, Milcery, Oddish, Ghastly. I'm not even gonna bother. It's a Viper. Oh, look at that Sableye. It's so nice. Jigglypuff. And getting a Mega Sharpedo regular EX. We pulled this one already multiple times now. Mega Sharpedo, solid EX. First hit on the table, finally, from Phantasmal Flames. But anyway, going back to Scarlet and Violet Obsidian Flames. Come on, man. Like I said, I don't think anything will ever top that double Charizard pack unless we do it again. But even then, doing it the first time won't, or doing it the second time won't be as tough as the first one. But Toxel, Chakidit, Wishcash, Floatzel. Oh, I forgot this Umbreon was in here. GameStop promo was pretty expensive back in the day. Young Goose, Mascurin, and go, look at that. Double EXs back to back. Koraidon and Mega Sharpedo. Well, one thing to note, the Mega EX has so much more texture compared to the regular EXs, but that regular EXs also are pretty much the same in the Phantasmal Flames. But there it is. Not too bad right there. Each set giving me an EX, but we need something better. Come on, man. Phantasmal Flames, don't do me dirty. Don't do me dirty. Nimble. We don't want that illustration rare. I saw that card. That card's pretty weak. That's probably my least favorite card in this set, excluding like Trainer Full Arts, Granbull, Nimble. But I guess I'll take it since I don't have it. Getting nothing there. Oh no, this is looking pretty bad. Both are giving me hot dog. I even wanted to say that Obsidian Flames has better hit rates, but we're not getting anything from both sets. Back in the day, Obsidian Flames, if you open up a booster box, you were like guaranteed an SAR and a gold card in a box. Not guaranteed, but it was like every day, like pretty much guaranteed a gold card and an SAR per box. And now Phantasmal Flames and pretty much every set after Twilight Massacre or Temper Forces, you know, you were not even guaranteed an SAR in a box. But beautiful Lunatone, look at that. Datrix, Orcaloing, man, wow. Oh my god, each set is giving me nothing. Coming to the end here, last 2 packs. I guess let's say Phantasmal for the end. Maybe that will have the new Charizard. Imagine, okay, the only thing that will top pulling that double Charizard pack from Obsidian Flames is if we pull the SAR Charizard from each set real quick. Shuckle, Bisharp, Magneton. I love these cards in this set. Tempo, Salazzle, Trio, Kangaskhan, Fusel, Skarmory. Oh my god, Scizor. Okay. Well, last okay. If you've seen the videos, you've seen how lucky we've been. Sometimes you just don't get lucky. And maybe I should have just left these in my closet, but I wanted to make a video of it. And yeah, Bahantor, Punk Helmets, Cresselia, beautiful card. Oh, look at that. Toxicity looks really good as a reverse. Piplup, oh, getting a Rotom EX, ending it off there. Not too good, not too good. Phantasmal Flames gave us 2 EXs, a Mega Sharpedo and a regular Rotom, and the Obsidian Flames Booster Bundle gave us 1 EX Koraidon. Nothing really to show. That sucks. In my opinion, though, I do think Phantasmal Flames is a little bit of a better set compared to Obsidian Flames, just because that Charizard SAR is just so nice. I wish I could show you, but I don't have it. But anyways, there it is. So there is Phantasmal Flames versus Obsidian Flames. Pretty much the same set. The only difference is that, of course, one's new, right? Charizard is a little bit nicer, I will say. Illustration rares, I do think Obsidian Flames might have the better ones, but it's pretty close, I think. And of course, that gold chase is just so much harder in the new set. That, yeah, that's crazy. But anyways, I own it there. Like, share, comment, share. Maybe I'll open up Obsidian Flames ETB versus a Mega Evolution Phantasmal Flames ETB in the future. I don't know about that. If I can get my hands on another Phantasmal Flames ETB, I maybe. But anyways, there it is. Yeah, I wish I was able to pull something to show you, but I didn't. But I'll end it there. What's my outro again? Goodbye.